a religious person, but I am a spiritual person. Hey, good morning. I want to welcome you to another week, Tuesday morning, and just letting the engine warm up, and we'll get ourselves underway real quick. Okay, good morning. Yeah, I need the sunglasses. That sun is going to be peeking through here in just a sec. Hey, I wanted to speak to you about test strips. I said a couple days ago, or a couple videos ago, that I use these things called Aquacheck 7s. Okay, so from total hardness to free and total chlorine, the pH, the alkalinity, and the cyanuric acid. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, by my count. So not really sure why they called Aquacheck 7s, but hey, I am not on that marketing board right there. So these are what I said are not worth your money. These are the test strips from Amazon, and I gotta say, guys, they're not worth it. Don't cheap out on if you use test strips, don't cheap out on them. If you can get your hands on these ones, they're worth your money. Now, my cost at my wholesaler is $19 for these things, and I get 100 of them. Now here, I think you get the same amount, 100, and they're, you know, kind of the same things. They have a little bit different colors, but, you know, like the pH is like a red orange in the same way, and blah blah blah. So they're just measuring what is in the pool, how much chlorine, how much, you know, total dissolved solids, alkalinity, cyanuric acid, and of course pH. So, you know, if that's the way that you're working, whether you're a professional or a homeowner, if you are using a test kit, then yeah, this message is not necessarily for you. This is using test strips, and I'm telling you, this is, you know, what you want to buy. And like I said, this is not worth your money. Okay, so let's check out the pool here. If you guys have been watching the progress of the Zodiac MX6 here, you can see that he does a really good job here. We still have a lot on the surface, but we'll skim that off. Water level's a little high, but that's good. That means this pool ain't leaking, because that's the same water level as I had last week. So once again, our hose is always magnetic with leaves, so when I attack this pool, that's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I hit the perimeter of the pool. But first, let's take our chems. All right, here we are in the deep end, taking our chems. Don't rip your pants. Yeah, see the mastic here. That's really the importance of it. You see a cracked mastic like this, and that means that one thing is that there is an intrusion of water when it rains in here. And you also notice one thing too, is the coping and the decking, they are not the same height. This is either pushed up by water or this is sinking down. I'm a positive guy, so let's think that this is pushing up instead of this being sinking down. So half glass full. Okay, so nobody's swimming here. Winter pool, perfect pH, high cyanuric, perfect alkalinity. So we don't want to add any more tabs. We are at our maximum for tabs. So let's just I guess we can add a half gallon of liquid, and I think the best place to probably put that is over here on our stairs, for no better reason that when the pump starts up, there's a return line right here. Yeah, our stairs are the roughest part of this interior finish, to be sure. And a couple weeks out of the Pool RX Black being here, and yeah, we still have that black staining on that part of the plaster. The Pool RX cannot solve all our problems. Okay, we're out of here. Yeah, same day, like 12 minutes later. Yeah, we have a storm foreboding here. Today is Tuesday. Storm should be showing up either probably Friday, Saturday is what it seems like, because they said it was going to be here Thursday, Friday. Anyway, yeah, this pool cleans up fabulously with the help of the Zodiac MX6. Water level very high, tile still very, very clean, but we brushed everything. Yeah, there was still a full tab in that tab floater, so I'm going to add nothing. Our cyanuric is high, but like I said, the tab was already in there, so there's no way I'm not taking it out or anything. So I'm going to allow it to do its job for the next week. This water is crystal clear. The only people using this pool are the ducks. I think so. But anyway, we're going to move on. Okay, what is that I hear? That's the sound of a clean pool. Yeah, there's a, pollen ring. Oh, there's my welcoming community. Yeah, he'll rip your face off, or she. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a pollen ring around the pool that we get from these eucalyptus trees and some of the other. There's an oak over here. Like I said, not last week. Oh, actually, I did not post last week, which was Valentine's Day. Hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day. Hope no one broke your heart. Anyway, so I got a couple things in here. There's, I think the Little Mermaid is over there. A couple leaves, but let's clean it up and brush it up and we'll move on. But first we'll do our chems. All right, here we are. Here, let's examine the mastic here, right? So this is I can't speak to the age of it. It doesn't look brand new, but it's in excellent condition. It is pulling away, and there's some cracking over there on the deck, which is, that part near the hill, but all of this decking really looks good and stable. Anyway, moving on, let's take our chems. Okay, so we have plenty of chems for our winter pool here. All right, so number 2 and 3, that's all we need. So I'm just going to check the tab floater here, and based on what is in here, we will add or we will not add. So let's see. Our cyanuric is still right on, and yeah, so he needs to be added to. Cyanuric is right there. No, actually it's in the ideal range for sure, and our alkalinity is perfect too, and I don't mind that pH. So let's take it over here. We'll add our tab here on top of our one that's almost completely depleted, and we'll do a little chain smoking, as it were. But yeah, okay, so now we're chemmed, and let me just clean it up and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so as is customary with this Carefree pool, and if you've been watching long enough, you know that that's my name for this pool, the Carefree pool. And so as we commonly do every week, we get spa suction here and we brush everything in. No need to vacuum. Every bit, a speck of dirt is gone from that spa, so they have a week again to use it in complete cleanliness. The pool is very clean. We have a lot of pollen in it here, so even though I have scrubbed the tile twice here at my visit, yeah, we're already starting to make that that little line again. But yeah, what can I do? There is quite a bit of pollen in the pool, and Yeah, I don't really like doing the old tile soap trick too much, especially when it's not necessary. The only I think use of this pool is the spa. So right on, as we are customary in seeing some of our older pools, when we see this spillway, then we know that we're good to go. This pump is primed up. We're not going to draw down the spa. Everything is running. We got pool suction, pool return. But so the last thing that, or excuse me, the last thing that we do before we leave here is we go back to pool suction, pool return. Because right now we were going pool suction, spa return, and that is ostensibly a spillway program, right? Now there's no automation at this pool, no problem, just as long as we know what those valves are doing. All right, back at the Obsession pool, and stop 3 of our day here on Tuesday, and yeah, so let's examine our mastic here. It's actually in pretty good shape. So as we go around the pool, slight bit of cracking here. Looks pretty good though. Overall, I think that this product is still doing its job. And when your mastic is, it's time to replace it. Yeah, you got to take some poor guy like me. It's gonna get a really sharp knife. Comment below if you got another technique to get rid of all this. But yeah, you gotta pull it all up, and then you gotta mix it properly, and then you gotta apply it properly. And as we've seen recently on a brand new pool, yeah, just because it's a brand new pool doesn't mean it has a good mastic job like this one here. Now here we are at our skimmer, and I'm looking at this. So anyway, and the skimmer here is working, but there is a crack here, and this cut here kind of leads me to believe that maybe the skimmer has been replaced in the past, probably at the same time that the interior finish was put in. So anyway, once again, yammering, but this pool stays really clean. We got some foreboding skies here. Everybody needs a filter clean right now. 2 things that all my pools are, emblematic. The salt pools are low on salt, and almost everybody, not everybody, but like 50% of my customers still need a filter clean. And the reason that I'm holding off on doing the filter clean is that we don't want to do a filter clean and then have a big event that is gonna, basically ruin the filter clean, and then I have to do it over again. And of course, then I have to charge the customer over again, which is not something I want to do. So I'm going to wait until this is kind of past. I actually don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Certainly nothing like we have experienced in the recent past. But anyway, I'm going to do some chems, clean it up, we'll move on. All right, doing the chems here in the deep end, and okay. Okay. Yeah. So low chlorine, but not no chlorine. I'm perfectly happy with that as a winter pool. Our pH, alkalinity, and our cyanuric is all bang on. Actually, our cyanuric is on the high side, of course, because we sanitize with tabs. But anyway, I haven't been adding much, and so yeah, it's probably exhausted what chemicals there were in here. So yeah, I'll probably hit it like the last pool with a, maybe a half gallon right here on the stairs, and that'll do us for the week. Okay, we're out of here. Our equipment, it's so funny. Look at that. Look at the filter canister. It's resting on some cinder blocks, right? That's the first time I've seen those. There's been so much dirt that has just rolled down there, And the homeowner, thank you again, has dug out that area or had someone dig it out. Understands the importance of not dumping trash cans full of dirt into your pool. All right, we're clean, we're chemmed, and let's move on to stop 4, the project pool. Okay, here at the the project pool. Yeah, guys, like what's going on? Are we? Yeah, we're blowing it right into the pool. I mean, pool deck as clean as it will ever get at this pool in this backyard, and the pool is super thrashed. Now, never a bad business decision to serve people well and do what you said you were going to do. Yeah, it's just not that, you know, cleaning pools is always about I don't know, happiness, joy, positivity. No. There's a lot of dealing with real life, and this is absolutely real life here. Some people have mentioned at this pool, like, hey, that's your job to clean it up. And I'll say over and over again, no, it's freaking not. So anyway, we'll see how we do here. Try to clean it up and not be here any longer than a half an hour. Okay, so we just took our chems. Check that out. Yeah, there's a ton of chemicals in this pool, a lot of chlorine. So I'm going to add nothing. I'm not even going to check that floater. This is a perfect pool during the summer. Look at that. You have plenty of chlorine, plenty of alkalinity, perfect cyanuric, maybe a little low, but perfect pH too. So anyway, I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe the homeowner even added a little liquid, but I kind of doubt it. I don't think that anybody is swimming. They do have a couple of young boys that are at that crazy age. Maybe they are swimming, but this pool is pretty freaking cold. Yeah, Maytronics S400 doing its best. Look at that. It's brushing the stairs. Once again, if some of you think like, oh yeah, that robotic pool cleaner, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it sure is. But it does not stay in the pool all the time. It needs to come out. I like to see that it's been run the night before, and so then I just put it away, but that's not really happening. I think they're starting it in the morning here, and then the thing just doesn't have the time to do its job. And frankly, that's part of my Poolman's Bill of Rights, is that I and every pool man deserve a cleaner, whether a side suction or a robotic cleaner. That's what you owe your pool guy. This is a hard job. The guy's making tons of stops, maybe not as many stops. I mean, I don't make many stops. So I would almost guarantee you most guys are making like twice, maybe 3 times the stops that I do. It does a pretty good job of cleaning up, but once again, it's not meant to be left in the pool. If you leave these things in the pool, they will become an algae bomb, and then your pool is going to be in much worse shape than when you started. But yeah, this pool it's very difficult to vacuum here. Suction is very, very poor. So we need a cleaner, and the robotic cleaner does us good. Here, I'm yammering again. Let's move on. Okay, here at the country house and the farmhouse. That's what I meant to say. The farmhouse. They got all kinds of chickens and roosters and whatnot. And yeah, the pool cleaner was dislodged when I got here, so he hasn't been doing his job. Yes, and you're very nice. Very nice girl. Yes, you are. You're so good. Okay, well, actually, it's not too dirty. I'm gonna brush it up and chem it up. Let's take our chems. Okay, I don't often take my chems right near the skimmer, but this is technically the deepest end of the pool, and also since they don't have an autofill, or one in the ground I should say, they have an autofill over there that's connected to the hose, and you know, that's a little something on my affiliate shopping that you can buy. It just keeps the level, hooks up to any garden hose, keeps the level. So there's a lot of unchlorinated water coming out of that region, right? That's where the fresh water is coming, so I take it as far away as I can. So that being said, we have plenty of ORP here for a winter pool. Perfect pH, perfect alkalinity, and perfect cyanuric. So yeah, unfortunately the pool cleaner, the four-wheel Hayward pool cleaner, gets dislodged here with regularity, but once I plug him back in, not really sure why he gets so unplugged all the time. Maybe there is some back pressure that at the end of the day is created that would kind of spit him out. And once again, that's another reason for building your pool with a proper check valve. So anyway, I am going to continue to brush and clean it up, and we'll move on to stop 6. Okay, we have cleaned it up and chemmed it up. Actually, it was doing pretty good on chems, but listen to that, huh? Okay, so I have emptied the pump basket, and here we are, Jandy. Yeah, I have to put water in the pump to make sure that this pump primes up, or I'm not sure when it will prime up. Okay, we are all cleaned up and chemmed up here. This pool takes an inordinate long time to prime, which I just don't like that. We got some plumbing issues. I mean, the pool probably could use a good old angry Poolman replumb here, but until we do that, we're gonna hang out until the pump primes, and I don't know, it sounds like it's almost there. Let's move on to stop 6. Okay, we are here at our extra long lap pool. Okay, so I have brushed it up, I've cleaned it up. There's nothing in this pool, just got a huge gust of wind and pollen, dust. Can't do anything about that. However, we're doing good. The deal I have with this customer is he and she have the robotic, the S100 by Maytronics, and they put it in the pool, say the early morning or the night before, and I wrap it up for them and put it away, right? So it goes in there, and as many times as they want to use it, they can bust it out. They can leave it in there, although I never recommend that. Yeah, it's looking good. Let's take our chems. Okay, so I have a feeling that there's a lot of chemicals in this pool. And I was wrong. So yeah, it's really low, but you know, the water's still crystal clear, nobody's swimming. Salt is low, and I know that to be a fact. So let's see how low it is. Yeah, so 2,500, and that is not enough to make chlorine. So what I will do is I will take a gallon here, and although I don't think we're gonna have too much, you know, actually we're gonna have a rainstorm here at the end of the week, but that doesn't matter to me because it actually might not happen. So I'm gonna put a little here on the stairs. I'm gonna put a little bit over here by our water features / shear descent. whatever you want to call that. Okay, so and then the rest I'll just put down here next to the return, which is a pretty vigorous return, and that is very likely going to go, a lot of it's going to go in the skimmer. So, and I'm also noticing that the water level is low, so that's not good. We just had a rainstorm and I haven't evacuated any water here, so not really sure why it would be low, but anyway, I'm going to check the pump basket and we're going to move on. Okay, let's check our pump basket here. Yeah, this pool doesn't get a whole lot in the pump basket because, well, just the skimmers aren't super effective. So our skimmer basket is all nice and empty. You replace it and then put our Pool RX back. And then we'll just press start and then it'll resume the schedule that it's on. Just hold here while it primes up. Feel good about this. Let's move on. Okay, so here we are back at our pool only with the cover. Pool's looking pretty good. This pool now, and see, this pool is not holding water. It has a leak, and so I have reached out to a leak detection company that I have vetted for my homeowner here, and we've got an appointment. Hopefully we still have it on Monday of next week. So for you guys that are dealing with, you know, issues like this, hopefully this will provide some information and maybe you guys can learn something. I'm going to be here when the leak guy is here. He's $550, but he does not charge you if he does not find a leak. And I'll tell you what, that's a pretty dang good guarantee. Let's take a look here at the mastic. And I wanted to take a look because this is exactly, this is what you would call textbook mastic. Everything is perfect. There's not a crack in this whole mastic all the way around the pool. Yeah, I mean, it's it's cosmetically good looking, and it's obviously functional. If it looks good, it usually is working good. So anyway, I just always want to talk about that mastic because there's a lot of people who forget about that, and then you wonder, like, why has my pool got a leak? Okay, let's take our chemicals, and I'm going to take it on the side of the pool opposite that very vigorous return line we have there, and I will take the salt as well. I have a feeling that we're really super high on salt, and one of the reasons why we're so super high on chlorine. Yeah, so the pool is I wouldn't say super over chlorinated, but it's definitely, for the amount of use that this pool is getting, yeah, way too much chlorine in there. So let's see how much salt we have. We do have one of these Hayward salt cells. Yeah, and it's like 2,700. So that is probably right beneath the tolerances that the Hayward needs. Like I've mentioned before, I'm not in love with the Haywards. They don't seem to really produce a whole lot, but Once again, we're not adding any chlorine of any sort. I'm not going to add any acid. It looks to be on the high side, but it's okay. Okay, I'm going to clean it up and brush it, and we'll move on. Okay, we are cleaned up and chemmed up, and our cover is back in place. I was just speaking with the homeowner, and yeah, they got buyers coming to look at the place, so I'm not sure how long I'll be taking care of this pool, but stay tuned, and maybe you guys can learn something. I'm gonna learn something too about leak detection. I don't know if I just talked to the homeowner, like I said. I don't know if that appointment that I made with him, I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep that because of people coming to look at the house. But the point is that if there is a leak detection visit here, which I'm sure there has to be for you know, the home selling, the inspection and whatnot, an appraisal. When I know about this pool, you're gonna know about this pool. Okay, hello. We're here at our very well built kidney bean pool. Look at our Pantera Rebel doing his thing. That water looks crystal clear. I think I did actually add some liquid here last week, but the thing is, the big change here is the Pool RX. We are 1 week out of adding the Pool RX. It is the Pool RX, I believe it's the complete blue, which I find to be the most effective. Anyway, I'm predicting this is a pool that has plenty of chlorine in it. Let's take our chemicals. And you know, we've been looking at mastic all day here today, and you know, there is no mastic and at this pool, and that's what I see from when I see pavers, right? You see the pavers, they're cut right here, the coping goes right in along the same cut line. No mastic. So hey, maybe something to consider if you're interested in building. All right, here, so let's take our chems. I'm predicting that this is gonna not be high, but we're gonna have like a 1 or a 2. No, and I was wrong. That is more like a, yeah, that's a straight up 0. Yeah, our total here is 0, and then our free is 0. Our pH is good, alkalinity is good, cyanuric is right there in the ideal 2500. So super low salt. That's okay. Nobody's swimming in the pool. Maybe somebody's in the hot tub. So we'll add just a little. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a tab to the skimmer. Oh wow, look at all those bugs in there. So let's take this out. Unfortunately, all those bugs are gonna go right through our basket. And yeah, it's really hard to, you know, what do you do with those little tiny bugs that get through? I mean, even as it doesn't get through the cheesecloth net, but it gets through, you know, pretty much everything else. The skimmer basket, the pump basket. So anyway, all right, let me brush it here. There's nothing in the pool, as is often the case here, but there is a lot of dust, and so I'm going to make sure that our tile is all dust free. I'm going to brush every flat horizontal surface in the pool. Yeah, I actually see a little evidence of usage, which this pool definitely gets used a lot during the summer, but I can't say I've seen evidence of using it recently. Anyway, we got the Pool RX. Yeah, this pool is cleaning up pretty nice. All right. Always get the Baja shelf. Yeah, this is an area where there's a lot of dust, and you just brush it off. And then our cleaner will do his job and vacuum up that dust. Once again, part of the Poolman's Bill of Rights. Come on, we're in 2023 now. Every pool should be automated, and the ones that aren't, well, that's what you should be saving your pennies for. Because like I've said numerous times, the pool is the star. Okay, I'm gonna hit the pump basket and do everything else that I do here, and we'll come back and move on. Okay, I feel good about this. We've cleaned it up, we've chemmed it up. This pool is just absolutely perfect. We have to, as all pools that have like a blue theme, this blue tile, we don't want to over chlorinate. We will get a haze on those tiles in the next year, 2, 3, something like that, and we don't want to do that. We want to keep these tiles looking as beautiful as they look right now. Okay, let's move on and we'll go to our last stop of the day. So here we are on Tuesday at our last stop of the day. I'm tired and I'm ready to go home. Let's take our chems. All right, here at the deep end with our chems, here's another pool with no mastic, or very, very little mastic. Okay, so okay, low chlorine, makes sense. It's like a 1 or a 0.5, 2,500 RPMs, 2,500 parts per million. Man, I am tired. I need to get something to eat. I'm getting hangry. But anyway, we'll add some liquid. Let's just add it right now. I like to add it to our stairs here, our mini Baja shelf. Okay, so that's like a quarter, and then I'm going to add the rest here. Okay, we got just a little left, like a quarter, and I'm gonna add it here. You know, when this pool is rocking during the summer, that is one of the places where there is algae, and I believe that is because they have little pee-pee grandkids. So yeah, it's always the pee-pee that makes the algae. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna clean it up. We have chemmed it up, and we're almost ready to go hang out with the corgis. Okay, so we are done here. Brushed everything, it's looking good. 4-wheel Hayward pool cleaner does a really good job here. He climbs the hill. We have palm tree issues here. That's what gets in this pool, and he does a good job at cleaning that up. So yeah, white quartz finish here. The spa looks pretty dang good. The water is nice and clear. So once again, I want to thank you for watching. I'm having so much fun. I keep getting subscribers. I'm just enjoying myself like I can't even express to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.